Welcome back to the channel, everybody. In today's video, we are going to be updating my net worth for the month of November 2025. It is currently Sunday, November 30th. Tomorrow is December 1st. And if you are new to this channel, every month, at the end of the month, I update my net worth. Now, I'm going to go through, kind of walk you guys through my thought process, where I'm putting money, what I'm doing with my money, kind of let you know how I'm vibing. And yeah, we'll go through my assets, we'll go through my liabilities. I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving with their family. You know, the holidays are upon us. It's a very expensive time for a lot of people, but it's also a very fun time for a lot of people. So let's get into the video. Let's start tracking my net worth, and I'll kind of let you guys know what I'm working with. So this right here is the spreadsheet that I use to track my net worth. Now, I'll leave a link in the description below if you guys want to use this for yourselves. It's a very simple way to track your net worth. Up top in the green, we have our assets. Assets are good, therefore they're in the green. Liabilities are at the bottom in the yellow. Liabilities are not good, but I think red is ugly on this spreadsheet, so we're putting them in yellow. And then right at the bottom here, we have our total net worth with a little graph. So in this spreadsheet, you can get a quick high-level look of your net worth. And you guys can see I've been tracking my net worth pretty much since December of 2024. And since July of 2025, I have been tracking this on a monthly cadence. So basically, I'm going to go through each account. I have everything written down. I checked all these numbers about 10 minutes ago. So we'll go through. I'll let you guys know my thought process, where I have certain money, and what I'm doing with things as well. So the first account on my net worth tracker is my Wells Fargo checking account. Now, this is my main checking account that I use for everyday purchases. And on this account right now, I have $936.99. Now, you can see I trimmed a lot of this cash position down. The last video I made, if you guys watched that one, I just felt like I had way too much cash sitting in my checking account. Now, my SoFi checking account, I don't use this account at all. This is an account that I just opened up to get my SoFi savings account. So this account has $0 in it, and that trend stays the same. Now, in my Wells Fargo savings account, this is the savings account that I use for everyday expenses if they come up, if I want to buy a little bit more of the stock market, if I want to buy a little bit more of cryptocurrency, if an emergency purchase comes up. Basically, if that $936 gets depleted to zero, I have this savings account on hand ready to deploy. And in this account right now, I have $2,501.05. So there we go. Now, my next account, this is where I have the majority of my cash position. This account here is pretty much kind of a mix, right? I use this account for a little bit of paying things off and a little bit of a house savings account. Now, in this account right here, right now I have $26,000.73 sitting in that account. Now, I do want to bring that down a little bit, and I'll let you guys know what I plan to use that for here in a second. But my T. Rowe Price account, once again, if you guys are new to this channel, this used to be a 401k that I had with a part-time job that was like a part-time slash full-time. It's a long story. But yeah, this was a 401k that I actually rolled over into my Empower retirement. So this one is sitting at $0. I should just delete these zeros out of the rows, but I'm too lazy. So $0. And just for the sake of transparency, we can see what that's looking like. Now, my Empower retirement, this is my main retirement account that I've had with my full-time job. Now, this account, ever since about 2 months ago, I've been contributing 20% of my paycheck to this 401k. And even though the market's kind of been, I would say, steady, not really up, not really down, this has grown a decent amount just from my contributions. And in this account right here, I have $32,148.55. So nice little gain there. Looks like about a $2,000 gain month over month, which is really nice because you're going to see here soon that a lot of my other accounts kind of took a hit. But in my Fidelity brokerage account, this account this account is basically made up of VU and VGT. Those are pretty much the only two holdings I have in this account. So this account I use because my Roth IRA is maxed out. So I invest into my Fidelity brokerage until the new year starts and I can reinvest in my Roth IRA. So between VU and VGT, it's pretty much a 50-50 split. And right now I have $3,062.13 in this account. Now, this account, I pretty much buy VOO and VGT reoccurring every single day, so that's why this one has gone up. Even though VOO and VGT haven't really gone up this month, I always buy into this every single day. Now, my Roth IRA, this one's pretty much made up of VOO, QQQM, and a few individual stocks that I like. Now, in this account right here, I've lost a little bit of money month over month, but that's to be expected. And in this account right here, I have $13,468.56 in this account. So a little bit of loss there, but once again, if you keep up with the market, this should look pretty normal. Now, next is cryptocurrency. This is the one I'm least excited to talk about because, as you guys know, especially if you look at Bitcoin and XRP right now, which are pretty much my only two holdings, you would know that crypto's kind of been taking a deep dive this past month. People are calling it a bear market. People are saying that the world's ending. I'll let you guys decide what you want to decide. I still continue to dollar cost average Bitcoin. I don't really buy XRP anymore. But once again, lost some money here. In the crypto account right now, I have $13,685.31. Now, I got a comment in my last video saying you have too much crypto. I got a comment saying that too much of my portfolio is cryptocurrency. I get it. Look, here's the thing with this. I am only 25 years old. I don't plan to pull profits anytime soon. I would like to bet by the time I'm 40, I'm 50, I'm 60, that Bitcoin will be a lot gosh darn higher than it is right now. So I am okay being this exposed to cryptocurrency. I do understand the volatility. That's why I'm not freaking out. Do I like showing you guys that I lost $1,500 this month? No. Am I worried about it? No. Because once again, I'm investing for the long-term future. So if you guys are invested in Bitcoin, in cryptocurrency, just know that this is normal. This is completely expected with cryptocurrency. This type of volatility is normal. You can see in my Roth IRA, I lost $500, and in my crypto account, I lost $1,500. That type of volatility is to be expected. And once again, I believe in Bitcoin in the long-term future. I'm not worried about it because I do not plan to take profit anytime soon. Now, my vehicle equity, I am still saying my vehicle is worth $14,000 because I believe right now, to this day, I could probably sell it, and I know I say this every video, I could probably sell it for a little bit higher, but I'm just going to call it $14,000 to keep it nice and average and to keep it fair. I don't want to overvalue my vehicle, but at the same time, I don't want to undervalue my vehicle. So that is my total my total asset net worth for the month of November. So it looks like if you compare it, looks like I lost about $800, which once again, for all the volatility that we've been experiencing this month of November, I would call that a win. I would think I'm pretty well positioned in some safe stocks to think that with all the volatility, I only lost $800, not too worried about it. Now let's get to the liabilities. This is the other fun part. This is where we can see all the bad decisions I'm making, but for this month, I made some pretty decent decisions. So Wells Fargo card, paid it off. Discover credit card, did not put money on it. Financing services, Affirm, Klarna, Afterpay, don't use them anymore. Capital One card, $0. So no debt in credit cards. Now my auto loan, this is the place that I have the most liability in. Now I do want to say one thing. Every time I make a net worth video, I get like 20 comments saying, bro, pay off the auto loan. And every time I make a case saying, I'm not going to pay off the auto loan. I want to keep the auto loan because I want to invest that money. And you know what I did this month? I paid extra towards my auto loan and it felt pretty nice. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. For the guys out there who told me to pay off my auto loan, and every single time in these videos I kind of fight you on it saying I'm not going to pay off my auto loan because I'm going to keep investing money. I paid a little bit more towards my auto loan and it felt pretty nice. So that trend might continue. I might keep paying more towards my auto loan. Yes, I know I'm going to get a comment saying, bro, just pay it off right now. You have the money. You can just pay it off right now. But I like keeping cash on hand. It makes me feel secure. It makes me feel stable. So yeah. So with my auto loan right now, I paid an extra, on top of my car payment, I paid an extra $750. So on my auto loan right now, I owe $17,092.54 on it. So that felt pretty nice, right? My car payment hit. Then I was like, you know what? I got extra cash on hand. I was looking at these numbers up here, and I'm like, I got X amount of money in my checking account. I'm not doing anything with it. I'm not gaining interest on it. Let me just throw $750 towards my auto loan. And after I did that, for a second, I'm like, man, all the people in the comments telling me to pay off my auto loan, they might be right, because that felt nice. So high level here, once again, lost some money here on my assets, cut down a decent amount on my liabilities, and my net worth actually went up, which is pretty nice to see. So I will take that as a win. Don't really know why it's not showing up here. I'll fix that after the video. But it looks like we went up about $390, 300 some dollars. So I would say that's a win. Once again, it's not the most crazy net worth gain month over month. There's been a lot of volatility in the stock market. There's been a lot of volatility in the crypto market. But I did pay extra towards my auto loan, which felt pretty nice. So that definitely helped out a little bit. So 2 things I want to say before I wrap up this video. First thing is, I appreciate you guys more than you know. We hit 10,000 subscribers on this YouTube channel, which is just insane to me. I never, ever thought I would ever have a YouTube channel with 10,000 subscribers. I don't know if you guys ever have watched some of my other videos, but I have mentioned it before. I had a car YouTube channel that I tried. I had a cooking YouTube channel that I tried. I had like 3 different gaming YouTube channels that I tried. None of them went anywhere. So the fact that I'm even here right now with 10,000 subscribers just blows my mind. And I'm talking about stuff that I'm passionate about and that I really enjoy. It's just awesome to see. Now, the second thing I want to bring up is these are the times right here, the holidays, we got stock market volatility, we have crypto volatility. These are the days where you have to stay level-headed. You have to keep to your plan. You have to stick to your plan. You just have to know everything's going to work out in the end. And what do I mean by that? Well, look, at the beginning of this month, I think crypto took, or when I say crypto, I usually talk about Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin took like a 12% dive. Stocks were, everything was red for a couple days. And, those are the moments where people start to panic, right? We want to think, oh, let me sell all my Bitcoin. I'll buy back cheaper. Or let me sell my stocks. Let me do this. Let me take profits. I don't want to lose this. I don't want to lose this. You just have to stick to your plan. Look, my plan, once again, I'm a 25-year-old guy who plans to invest till I'm 40, 50, 60, whatever. My plan is to dollar cost average, broad ETFs, Bitcoin until the day I die, right? That's my plan. So whether the stock market's up, whether it's bleeding, whether it's down, whether, Bitcoin's down 20%, whether VU's down 5 to 10%, doesn't matter, because my plan is to dollar cost average and to keep my money in the market. So these are the days where, having a plan in place really helps you stay level-headed and really helps you not panic. Because, man, I'll tell you, I watch a lot of financing YouTube. I watch a lot of kind of news outlets. And at the beginning of this month and even till now, people have been sounding the panic alarms where it's like, sell everything, we're in a bubble, and while I do agree that some stuff's definitely overpriced right now, while I do agree that some stuff is probably going to continue to drop and certain stocks might drop more in 2026, at the end of the day, if you are investing for the long term, just don't panic, stick to your plan, dollar cost average, do what you need to do to put yourself on top. And 99% of the time, it's not financial advice, but 99% of the time, selling out of your positions will not help you. Now look, if you got like $500,000 in Palantir and you think it's going to drop and you want to cash out profit, hey, I can't blame you on that one. I don't got that type of money, as you can tell. But at the end of the day, right, dollar cost average, stick to your plan. Don't let the news shake you. Don't let the volatility shake you, because at the end of the day, it's time in the market is what's going to win. It's that compounding. It's the time over the years of just letting your money sit there and not sell out of your positions. And that's why, once again, when we dollar cost average, when we invest, we put money in there that we don't need right now. That's why I keep so much cash on me, right? Because the money I put into the stock market is money that I'm okay that, I don't have to touch it for the next 20, 30 years, right? This money's sitting in these investment portfolios. When I invest in these investment portfolios, to me, that's lost money, right? Like, I'm not planning to take that money out. I'm not planning to pull profits. anytime soon, right? So stick to your plan. Don't let the market shake you. Enjoy the holidays. This is a time where a lot of people get stressed about money. A lot of people get stressed about finances. And for a lot of people, it ruins a lot for them. It gives them anxiety. It gives them stress. So look, if you don't have a plan, build a plan. If you have a plan, stick to that plan. Enjoy the holidays. Continue to invest. Continue to, dollar cost average. And don't let the news outlets freak you out. So with all that being said, we're still in the positive, right? We're still going up. All we want to do is keep that positive trend going, right? So that's all we can try to do. And once again, I'll leave a link to this spreadsheet in the description if you guys want to check this out for yourselves. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a good day.